Hi, I'm Brittany, speech-language pathologist at Metro Therapy. Today I'm going to talk about how shared book reading can increase your child's speech and language development. We often use books in speech-language therapy sessions because it is such a great way to increase a child's speech and language development. Whether you have an 8-month-old or an 8-year-old, there are so many ways to use books to strengthen a child's communication skills. Reading together can help with identifying pictures. You can work on this by having your child identify named objects or pictures on each page in the book, imitating gestures, imitating sounds and words, filling in the blanks. For example, if you're reading Brown Bear, you could say, Brown Bear, what do you, and pause and have your child fill in the blank. Labeling items, you could work on this by having your child label items on each page. Answering questions, you could work on this by asking your child different WH questions about the book, such as who, what, where, when. Speaking in longer phrases and sentences. Inferencing skills, you could work on this by asking your child, what do you think is going to happen next? Problem-solving skills, you could work on this by asking your child how a character in the book could solve a problem and discuss different ways to solve the problem together. Story retelling skills, you could work on this by having your child tell the story back after reading it together or reading it to your child. Also, if your child is working on speech sounds, you can practice with almost any book. As an example, if your child is working on the S sound or the R sound, you can pause and repeat words that contain these sounds as they come up in the book. Depending on your child's skill level, they can practice saying the word by itself or using it in a sentence. Finally, I want to provide a few tips for shared book reading with your child. Number 1, allow your child to read the book as he or she wishes. For younger children, that may mean jumping around or revisiting favorite parts again and again. Number 2, talk about the book. Don't just read the words, explore and discuss what's happening in the pictures. Number 3, ask your child questions. Inquire about what they see in the pictures and what's happening in the story. Number 4, act out what's happening in the book. For example, if something exciting happens, ask your child to make a face that expresses what's happening in the story or how they think the character feels. I hope you found these tips on how shared book reading can increase your child's speech and language helpful.